Hello everybody, welcome to online class. Today we'll discuss the characteristics of the developed money market as well as the different components of the money market, which is also known as the structure of the money markets. So let's begin the class with the characteristics of the developed money market. See, in every country some types of money market exists. Some of them are highly developed while others are not well developed. A well developed and efficient money market is necessary for the development of any economy of the country. So we'll discuss regarding the characteristics of the efficient money market one by one. First one is highly developed commercial banking system. That is, commercial banks are considered as the nerve center of the whole short-term funds. They serve as a link between the central bank and the various segments of the money market. When the commercial banking system is developed or organized, the money market will be developed. Okay, next comes is presence of a central bank. In a developed money market, there is always a central bank. The central bank is necessary for direction and control of money market. Central bank absorbs surplus cash during off seasons and provides additional funds in busy seasons. Okay, so this is done through open market operations. Being the banker's bank, central bank keeps the reserves of commercial banks and provides them financial accommodations in times of need. If the central bank cannot influence the money market, it means the money market is not developed. So without the support of a central bank, a money market cannot function. Okay, next comes is existence of sub-markets. See, money market is a group of various sub-markets. Each sub-market deals in instruments of varied maturities. There should be large number of sub-markets. The large number of sub-markets, that is, the larger the number of sub-markets, the broader and more developed will be the structure of the money market. The sub-market must be interrelated as well as integrated with each other. If there is no coordination and integration among them, different interest rates will prevail in the sub-markets. Next comes is availability of credit instruments. The continuous availability of readily acceptable negotiable securities is necessary for the existence of a developed money market. In addition to variety of instruments or securities, there should be a number of dealers, that is participants in the money market, to transact in these securities. It is the dealers in securities who actually infuse life into the money market. Okay, next comes is existence of secondary market. See, there should be active secondary market in these credit instruments, because the success of money market always depends on the secondary market. If the secondary market develops, then there will be active trading of the instruments. Next comes is availability of ample resources. See, there must be availability of sufficient funds. Okay, ample means what? Sufficient, availability of sufficient resources. So there must be availability of sufficient funds to finance transactions in the sub-markets. These funds may come from within the country and outside the country. Underdeveloped money market do not have sufficient funds. Thus, availability of sufficient funds is essential for the smooth and efficient function of the money market. Okay, next comes is demand and supply of funds. See, money market should have a large demand and supply of funds. This depends upon what? The number of participants and also the government policies which is encouraging the investments in various sectors and monetary policy of RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Okay, the last one is other factors. Along with these characteristics, the other factors like industrial development, volume of international trade, political stability, trade cycles, foreign investments and price stabilizations also contribute to the development of a money market. Okay, the next we'll discuss regarding the components or the constituents or the composition of the money market, which is also known as the structure of the money market. See, money market consists of a number of submarket as we discussed earlier. So all submarkets collectively constitute the money market. Each submarket deals in a particular financial instrument. So what are these main components or the constituents or the sub-markets of the money markets? We'll discuss one by one. The first one is call money market. Call money is required mostly by banks. Commercial banks borrow money without collateral from other banks to maintain a minimum cash balance known as cash reserve ratio. So this interbank borrowings has led to the development of what? The call money market. Then call money market is the market for very short period loans. If money is lent for a day, it is called as call money, and this money can be called back at any time by the other banks. Okay, if money is lent for a period of more than 1 day and up to 14 days, it is called as short notice money. Thus, call money market refers to a market where the maturity of loans varies between 1 day to 14 days. So, in the call money market, surplus funds of financial institutions and banks are traded. There is no demand for the collateral security against the call market. Okay. Next comes is the commercial bill market. See, the commercial bill market is market in which commercial bills are bought and sold. Okay, commercial bills are important instrument. They are widely used in both the domestic as well as the foreign trade to discharge the business obligations, that is to settle the business obligations. So discounting is the main process in this market. Hence commercial bill market is also known as what? Discount market. Okay. Then there are some specialized institutions which is known as discount houses for discounting these commercial bills accepted by reputed acceptance houses. RBI has permitted the financial institutions, mutual funds, commercial banks and other cooperative banks to enter in the commercial bill market. Okay, next comes is treasury bill market. Treasury bill market is a market which deals in treasury bills. In this market, treasury bills are bought and sold. Treasury bill is an important instrument of short-term borrowing by the government. These are the promissory notes or a kind of finance bill issued by the government for a fixed period not exceeding beyond 1 year. So, treasury bill is used by the government to raise what? Short-term funds so that to meet their temporary deficits. Okay, so it refers or it represents short-term borrowings of the government. Okay, next comes is certificate of deposits market. See, certificate of deposit market is a market which deals in certificate of deposits. Certificates of deposits are short-term deposit instruments to raise large sums of money. These are short-term deposits which are transferable from one party to another. Banks and financial institutions are major issuers of the certificate of deposit. Okay, and these are short-term negotiable instruments. Next comes is commercial paper market. That is, commercial paper market is another segment of money market. It is a market which deals in commercial papers. Commercial papers are unsecured short-term promissory notes issued by reputed, well-established and big companies having high credit rating. These are issued at a discount. Commercial papers can be issued by primary dealers and all India financial institutions. They can be issued to, that is, it can be purchased by individuals, banks, companies and other registered Indian corporate bodies. Okay. Then next comes is acceptance market. See, acceptance market is another component of the money market, which is a market for bankers' acceptance. Acceptance arises on account of both home and foreign trade. Bankers' acceptance is a draft drawn by a business firm upon a bank and accepted by that the bank. So it is required to pay to the order of a particular party or to the bearer a certain specific amount at a specific date in future. It is commonly used to settle payments in international trade. Thus, acceptance market is a market where the bankers' acceptances are easily sold and discounted. Next comes is collateral loan market. See, collateral loan market is a market which deals with collateral loans. Collateral means anything which is pledged as security for repayment of a loan. Okay, thus collateral loans are loans backed by collateral securities such as stock, bonds, okay, and many more things can be kept as a security to get the loans. So the collateral loans are given for a few months. The collateral security is returned to the borrower when the loan is repaid. When the borrower is not able to repay the loan, the collateral becomes the property of the lender. Thus, the borrowers are generally the dealers in stocks and shares. Okay, these are what the components or the structure of the money market. The remaining things we'll discuss in detail in the next class. Thank you.